Well, I think we're live, and I don't know who all is watching right now, but even if nobody watches, we're gonna dance like nobody's watching anyways. I'll get my mouse out of the way here, and I'll give these cards a shuffle. Oops. Yeah, I did a little bit of that, and then I got like really. Oh wow, there's one way to do it. 52 pickup. Um, I got real anal retentive about the fact that they were some were upside down and some were right side up. And then I actually went. I, yeah, shows you how good I shuffle. Oh shoot! And they go everywhere. That's one. Like I said, that's one way to shuffle. Just knock everything all over the place. Yeah, that's the one thing about these cards too is they're super slippery. And just give this a quick cut. All right. And I guess we've both got our camp set, so we can just reveal those. All right, and then we can, if we can't see really well, we can say what camps we have. So I see you've got the garage, one of my personal favorites. I was really bummed I didn't get that one. Uh, so I know what that one does, and then is that the arcade that's next? All right, and then oh, nice. That's a good combo with the arcade. So I've got a lot of restore stuff here. I've got the transplant lab, which is one water, and if I've got two or more people in, or if I've put two or more people in play this turn, I get to restore something. I can also, with my labor camp, I can destroy one of my people to restore something. And then my scavenger camp, I can either pay two water to set out my raiders, or one water if my raiders event resolved this turn, I can restore something. And that gives me a total draw of 4 cards. All right, and then I guess we flip a water token. I was practicing this earlier. It was another thing that was going. All right, so I got negative, but then I guess you're supposed to flip two, and if you get a water, you get to choose who goes first. If we both get negatives or both get waters, then we flip again. All right, you get choice. All right, so I'll only have one water to start. I know. Well, let's see what we want to do here. There's not a lot of options, is there? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump my water into my water silo and take that into my hand. Oh, and I was supposed to draw a card. I always forget that on my first turn. So, even with that card, I am still going to just do what I did, and then it would pass to you, I believe. All right. I've got no events to advance, but I do have to refresh all that. Draw a card. Okay. Um, I am going to. Oh, and I get. Oh, well, if I want to, I am going to use my water silo, I think, and go ahead and grab an extra water here, and then. Well, that's an interesting dilemma. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spend this one water here to put this uprising out. And then we've got 3 water left. And we're going to spend 1 water to put my muse out. Yes. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put her out. We've done it. And then I'm going to spend my last 3 water here. Oh, I don't have 3 water. Took 1 to put her out. I'll take 2 to put my raiders out, but they are going to have to sit behind this event here, which is fine. And then that will end my turn. All right, we're going to go ahead and damage the labor camp. Uh, all right, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What with the stability? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So the injury is the skull and can only happen to people, but that's the damage, which can be anything. All right. Or my muse. Discard pile. Guess we'll put it like right over here. I thought I had the perfect plan for streaming this, and I thought, oh, I can just use my laptop and I crank the hood down a little bit, and then that captures it perfectly. And then I'm like, wait a minute, how am I seeing what's going on if I have my hood like at 45 degrees? Okay. All right, so events. I don't have my little turn card in front of me. I forget. Do events go and then you refresh, or it's refresh and then events? I don't know if it matters too much. All right, so I advanced my events. Draw my card. All right, and then we are going to spend all 3 water to get Argo Yevsky out. And then as soon as he is played, we gain a punk. So we'll put a punk in front of him. Do we want to put it in front of? Yeah, we'll put it in front. Nah, we'll put it here. I'm a little scared now. I didn't expect that camp to go down that fast. And oh, he and that is all I've got. So I'll refresh all the water here. Oh, that's a bummer. I just looked over at the stream chat and somebody said audio for the person on the blue green mat isn't coming through the stream. Yeah, which is weird. I wonder if it's something to do with my settings here in OBS. I'm still kind of a streaming noob. I guess I mean you can still kind of see what's going on, and if you can hear my audio, then I can kind of talk about what's going on. Let's see. Maybe I just need to. Yeah, I'm gonna see if the media source here, can I choose it? Properties? No. I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, we're just learning here anyways. I'm just looking to see if there's I've never had to like actually choose anything other. I think it's always just come through. I feel like I've used Zoom before, but it's a real bummer. Maybe I'll have to get some input from somebody who knows what they're doing. Let's see. Can see everything fine. I'm familiar with the game. Don't have to hear. Okay, well that's cool. Oh, well that's fortunately I was so into the settings. I swear I did not see anything there, so I'm not gonna put it in chat. Properties for desktop audio. Yeah. Yeah, Paratrooper, if you know any way to force the Zoom audio through OBS, let me know if I can fix it. Awesome. The way that things are going for me though so far, things may not last that long. Yeah, same here. I own every Roxley title that there is, and I don't dislike any of them. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a lot of fun. It seems it seems so simple on the surface, but it's got such depth to it when you get the different gods and how they interact. Oh yeah. Yeah, especially especially since they can't hear the other side of the conversation. We were just saying how much we love Roxley, and we both have a bunch of Roxley games, and so this was just another one in the collection. I've only played this game maybe about 3 or 4 times, so I'm still learning quite a bit. But the great thing is, it's a very easy game to pick up and play. Yeah, so Argos says all your people gain this card's ability, which is pay 1 water to do a damage. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now here's an interesting question that didn't really happen this turn. Well, let me just play it out first. Okay, so I got on my water back. Great. Events advance. So this happens, and 3 punks come into play. So put 1, 2, 3. And my question was going to be, if Argo was still on the board but he was damaged, does this count for the transplant lab where I put 2 or more people into play this turn and could use that to spend a water and restore something? Okay. Punks are people too. It was more, I didn't know if that counted as putting them into play. It made sense that it probably did, but yeah. Okay, so that event's gone up. The Raiders advance also, and I draw a card. I will I will pop. I will junk this card to advance my Raiders again. And so you can hit a base if you're choosing. And I've got problems. So I'm going to spend a water to put out the Vanguard, and when this card enters play, we get another punk. It's too bad I don't have anything to restore right now. So I believe that he can destroy anything unprotected or not, right? Oh, all damaged. Okay. No, that's okay. I should have actually asked because I saw him and I thought I knew what he did, but clearly I did not. All right, so with 2 water remaining, we're gonna put it on the scavenger camp to put the raiders back out, and then I'm gonna pass turn. Oh my God. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and damage this one here. So Paratrooper here is saying that Radlands is actually his first Roxley game. If you like Radlands quite a lot, you like that dueling style game, I definitely recommend checking out Dice Throne if you haven't already, because a little bit more complex, I think, than Radlands, because there's a lot of little nuances to it, but it's definitely a great dueling game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and for those of you who can't hear, Mike was just saying that Dice Throne probably seems wider in strategy, whereas Radlands seems a bit deeper in strategy. Oh wait, that technically should have went on the top of the deck. I'm just gonna stick it in here because I don't want to cheat since I didn't really see what it was, but just for one thing I've learned about this game too is the value of junking cards. I think when you first play, it's people are reluctant to junk. I'm still trying to get over that. I'm like, oh, I don't want to throw away cards from my hand. But like some of the stuff that you did in the first few turns was just masterful, being able to combo the junking of the cards and getting raiders out and getting an early lead there. Okay. All right, Raiders advance. Draw a card. No, they just went into space one. However, what I am going to do is I am going to pay 2 water to advance my Raiders. Which probably wasn't the wisest of ideas now that I think about it, but oh well. And I'm going to spend 1 water. 1 water to put this guy out, or this event out. This will destroy any enemy. And then we're going to junk this to restore this. And then that's it. I have 2 cards in my hand currently. Yeah. Yep, I'm all done. And I will say to anybody who's watching, if you haven't already checked out Mr. Ben's video about ranking the camps, what his opinion is on each of the camps, you can check that out on the Build Phase TV YouTube channel. It was something I watched after I had already drafted my camp, so it didn't it didn't make much difference at the time, but it was still an interesting watch. Yeah, and it's interesting too because his video is all about just kind of looking at these camps in isolation. And I was talking to him about the fact that really there you can look at them in isolation and that's one thing, but then how well do they synergize with the 6 cards that you have in your hand for your starting camps? Yeah. All right. Damage that again. Yep. This reminds me very much of a game I taught while I was at PAX Unplugged. And like I said, I've only played, a few times and I was used to every game going down to the wire. So this guy was teaching, my first time teaching, actually going up against the person I was teaching. And I realized too late that I was like, oh my God, I'm going to absolutely decimate this poor guy. And it's his first time playing. That's probably not the greatest impression. Yeah. I wish I wish I could say I was throttling and like, oh no, yeah, I'm playing. Like, nope. Yeah. Yeah. This one, it's this guy. He allows me to damage something, and then you do a damage back to me. But I don't know. Then opponent does damage back to you. I'm wondering if that is like you choose what you want to damage. If so, that's kind of risky at the moment. Yeah, yeah, that's bad right now with the board state. All right, so this event's going to advance and it's going to destroy Argo. Yep. And then I'll draw a card. I'm going to junk this guy to draw a card. Right. This is a pickle. Well, I guess what we're going to have to do is oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. Well, we're going to go ahead and spend 2 water to do the strafe. It's a 0 time event. It damages all or injures all unprotected enemies. So that's water discard there. Yep. Well, wouldn't it take out that other punk too? Because he's unprotected as well. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm sorry. You're right. Yep. And then 1 water to put the rabble rouser into play, and then I am watered out, and so I pass. I love how so many of these cards are very thematic too. Like you just picture this guy with that machine gun just clearing the battlefield. Yeah. It was actually the artwork was a team effort by Manny Tremley and Damian Mameliti. Manny also did the art for Wonderlands War, which I backed, which is a Skybound Games game, and that game looks like it's going to be really fun when it delivers. Yeah, I've just been waiting to play it on TTS, and I can't get people together to get a TTS game in. It's crazy. Hmm. Good move. All right, so we will no events to advance. We'll draw a card. It's funny because I also got the exterminator, but I'm gonna junk him just so I can draw a different card. Wow, wow, wow. That's not the card that I wanted to draw. I should have just put the exterminator out because now, well, I guess what I can do, let's go ahead and take my chances, draw a card. All right, so we're going to play out the rescue team. And it says take one of your people back into your hand. So we'll take this guy back. We will junk this guy to get the Raiders back out because they've been sad that they haven't gotten much action. And really, let's, that's all we can do. So yeah, we're gonna pass. Oh yeah, paratrooper is I think pointing out the fact that with the rescue team that it's optional that I brought a card back into my hand. Yeah, but he said that probably works in your favor. It's kind of risky because now I've exposed my Vanguard, but I don't think I don't think I'm going to be using the Vanguard much except for a shield for things, which of course right now he's not even doing a good job of that unless I put somebody behind him. Oh, that stinks. If I have one in play. Oh, wow. So, how many games did you say that you have played? This is going to advance. Draw a card. Yeah. 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 Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I drew my card already, advanced my raiders. I'm going to be able to play my holdout for free because it says if you have a destroyed camp, you can play this card for in that column for 0 water. So I'll pull him back there, and then of course he's unavailable this turn. Oh, good call. And then I'm going to spend 1 water to bring this guy out. And this is what sucks about this transplant lab is I've realized it's a lot of timing too. Every time I've had the opportunity to use it, I have not had something to repair. And I'm like, well, junk. um, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to junk this card, speaking of junking. And I'm going to damage your garage. And then I've got, oh wow. So let me actually use these 2 water to draw a card. That's a question if I just junk this. I think I'm going to junk this and I'm just going to take out your garage. Oh, that's an injure. Well, surprise. Spoiler alert, now you know what's in my hand. Yeah. Um, yeah, in that case, I mean, I could injure your exterminator, and you could definitely damage some stuff and then just exterminate it. So maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll discard that to injure your exterminator so that you can't get a 1-2 punch on me as easily. And then that's it for my turn. The one interesting thing about this game too, I don't think it's really going to work in my favor, but the more camps you have damaged, the less you have to protect. So it kind of shifts the tide a little bit in your favor because you can just put a lot of energy in just protecting 1 camp instead of having to protect 3. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Can I pick this one? Can I further destroy my destroyed camp? Mhm. This guy here, he's this. Oh, the other unprotected one. This guy. So that's the Vanguard. I pay a water. I do a damage, and then you do a damage back to me. His only ability is for 0 water, I can return one of my people back to my hand. I have 0 cards in my hand right now. All right, the Raiders are going to advance. Draw a card. All right, so we're going to put a water on the holdout to do a damage to your garage and destroy that. He's got one. Um, I was really hoping to have that rescue team in good shape. I sure did. I was like, well, I don't think there's any way for me to do that anymore. And then I'm like, oh wait, yeah, there is. So I've got a ticking time bomb. At least I got the garage out, so you can't advance the Raiders that way. I've got all sorts of problems here because those Raiders are coming whether I want it or not. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to use the Vanguard and I am going to take out your exterminator. And then you can do a damage back. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a water on my scientist to discard the top 3 cards of the deck. And then I can use the junk ability of one of them. Please give me a restore, you son of a gun. That's what I think I'm going to do. Because, I mean, I could take out that punk, but we're going to draw the card. Hey, hey! We're going to go ahead and junk the napalm here to restore my transplant lab back to full health. And then that ends my turn. Yep. I'm surprised I'm hanging on this long. If I can just at least get one more of your camps down, I'm going to call it a good day. Oh, I just saw somebody else joined us. Hello, Deanna. Thanks for joining. One thing that was pointed out earlier is you're not going to be able to hear the audio of my opponent, Mike. So you're going to hear a lot of one-sided conversations, but at least you can kind of see what's going on. If you haven't played Radlands before, Deanna, it's an excellent two-player kind of dueling game. Object is to destroy your opponent's 3 camps before they destroy yours. Mike has destroyed 2 of mine. I've destroyed 1 of his over there, and he's got 2 that are damaged. I've got 1 that's damaged. Okay. I don't like that you said that's interesting. It's really a nail biter of a game right now because Mike's got me down to like 1 hit on my last camp and I'm out. So I'm really nervous with all the thinking he's doing as to what he might have in store for me. Okay. Hmm. All right, so my raiders are going to advance, damage a camp of your choice. And I'll draw a card while you're doing that. All right, so we're going to spend 1 water to put out the Muse, another water to put out the Pyro, and then we're going to use my 3rd and final water to restore camp. And that's all the exciting stuff I have to do. I've got no cards, excuse me, no cards in hand. Yeah, the cards that you can junk to draw a card are kind of nice because it's kind of like there's no loss there. You're just getting a replacement card. And pull that card back a little. I can't really see it, but I can kind of see the top of it. Okay. All right. The one thing I didn't play with too is I don't know if I can do the view as two screens, one on top of the other, if they have to be side by side. Interesting question there. Unless full screen does it. Nah, doesn't. Yeah. I mean, it's not terrible. Well, of course, I say it's not terrible. I can see it fine. I hope anybody that's watching can see it pretty good. Okay. All right. So no events on my side of the board. I will draw a card. I am going to. What's that? Yeah. I'm going to junk to bring out my Raiders. Um, I'm going to junk to advance my Raiders. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to spend one water to put my mutant into play. And that's all I got. And the only thing I have a choice to is to damage your Vanguard. And then I think I'm dead. Nice. My hope was by drawing a card last turn that I could get another Raider and just boom, 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 and advance it and win. But that was a good game. Like it started out really rough, but I'm happy with the way it ended. Yeah, and I had this guy that I could junk for a restore if I could just keep that base alive. But I started doing the math after I was like, ah, shit, he's got a punk out. That's right. That makes that card cheaper. So yeah, great game, Mike. I know. That's why it's like, wait, what's he doing? Why is he protecting his punk? I mean, I know they're people too, but they're pink shirts. I mean, why is he going behind? But yeah, a good move. And really, really good game. That was a lot of fun. Sure. Yeah. Mike says hi, everybody. And I guess we also say bye. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. And I'll get this up to my YouTube channel if I can as well. But I hope everybody has a good night and hasta la vista.